We're going to look into this. Oh, it's a schoolhouse.
Come on in. Let me move the rope for you.
Thank you. And I guess you could tell us a little bit about this here?
Well, this was typical of a West Virginia school at the time period, starting in about the mid-19th century up through the early 20th century. It was a school based around the agricultural schedule. When you were here, you were not on the farm, and it taught the basic skills needed to live during this time period. A little bit of reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Okay.
To make sure that you could get all your tasks done on the farm, and make sure that you could write letters and correspond reasonably with other people throughout the world, or throughout the area. And this was a school that was grades 1 through 8.
1 through 8.
And it would all be in the same class week, essentially.
With one teacher.
With one teacher. Most of the time a male, and most of the time living upstairs as part of his board.
Okay.
So, like I said, the same essential skills that they needed for the time period, nothing really fancy. And education pretty much culminated in the 8th grade.
Could you see kids having this today?
Well, you know, I sort of joke about it with my students when they're here. This has an air of familiarity to us.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the worst thing that could ever happen.
This was the tablet,
And that, boy, what a difference.
Yep.
So you are a teacher now?
I teach over at Woodrow Wilson High School
Oh, okay.
here in Beckley.
Okay. Well, then they
9th
put.
grade and 11th.
Oh, wow.
Well, they certainly picked you at the right place.
Well, we rotate around a little bit. My wife volunteered me. He said, "Oh, he's not busy during the summer, and he used to be a national park ranger and does all the interps, so he's used to it. He can come help." Okay.
Wait. Well,
that was good.
thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
I'm doing this for some friends overseas. They understand English, but England and a couple other places.
Well, let's give them a little bit of a picture of one of the readers then.
Okay.
And McGuffey's was designed for rural children. He was born up in southwest Pennsylvania. The school district up there is now named McGuffey after him.
Okay.
But he was all over the place. He was in Indiana, and he was in Kentucky. But this is the basic. The dog ran. The quick black brown fox jumped over.
Yeah, kind of like our Dick and Jane books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
They don't have Dick and Jane's anymore, do they?
No. When I was a little kid, I got all excited because they had a movie on TV that said "Fun with Dick and Jane," and I thought it was, oh, we're gonna be able to see Spot run.
Those were the good old
That-
days.
yeah.
And for some reason, we still had
Thank you.
those readers in the early 1980s,
Wow.
which was actually a little bit outdated for the time
It's
period.
not quite gone in.
And
They got something.
yeah, take a look at what 6th grade is doing compared to what our 6th graders are doing today.
And this is in 6th grade?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
And today, it's nothing like that at all, is it?
Half of them don't know how to read today.
Well, the thing is, though, we have different skills. Our kids are coming in. For example, I have kids who design complete universes using computer coding,
Yeah.
and
It's a different world.
it
isn't
does. My 1st grader, well, he's a very advanced reader, actually, but he's designed his own universe on Minecraft, and they're doing very simple computer coding doing it, and he's building complete architectural structures. As far as the computer renderings, 35 years ago, an architect would have been jealous of what these kids are doing.
That's true.
And it's just,
Different.
it's different priorities. we're seeing, and this isn't just Beckley, this is everywhere in the country. COVID and the breaks came with that. We've seen some social skills going backwards. Also, preparation-wise, we have a fourth grader. At the beginning of last year, they were basically second grader.
That's sad.
It is. It is.
This whole world is, only the Lord.
I was in an IT in my profession, so I went back to school at 50.
I have to go back to school every day
Wow.
to keep up what they're doing on their phones
Wow.
to make sure I'm
Oh,
not out of touch.
that could be a challenge.
Wow, that's
By the time we as adults are a hold of it, it's passé.
But if you're a nurse or a doctor, it's the same thing. You're gonna be learning something all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
And by the way, this is my allergies.
Okay,
oh,
thank
don't
you.
worry.
We had a lady on that train.
I got it too.
Oh my God, I don't even know why she got on around people, and then she didn't have a mask on, she was really coughing like a real bad cough, you know?
I'm on vaccine 4.
I didn't, well, for you being a school teacher, though, we didn't get it.
Oh yeah, I mean, they said.
Huh?
We had to.
We're going into a spinning mill. Oh, yeah. Now, this would be back in the pioneer days. Wow. How they did the yarns. Oh, we had them too. We had that one. We had 2 of them. My damn it, Linda. You don't have a Kleenex
I don't
on.
have a pocketbook. Dad had a race like that.
Is that your bird?
Alright, Mom and Dad.
I think this was the steel mill where they made moonshine, because there's a moonshine still. Back in them days, I'm sure that was pretty strong. Boy, there's the old rakes.
Yeah, they have to keep me.
Oh, they took the seats off. Oh, feel that breeze. It was warm in that schoolhouse. They really have this fixed up really nice. And there's the outhouse. Linda, you got to go to the bathroom? Huh? Oh, they got a lock on it, so I guess you can't use that anymore. Hello. Oh, good. I got a person that can tell me about this.
This is our two-story log house, and it was built in 1844, and that makes it makes it 178 years old this year.
Wow.
It's doing pretty good. The upstairs on this one used to go all the way across to the end there. They had a full upstairs with 2 bedrooms
Oh,
upstairs.
okay.
And one for the boys and one for the girls. And the history of this house said as many as 17 to 20 people lived here at the same time.
In this house?
Yes. It was probably 3 generations of the same family, because they usually stayed right with the original homestead and didn't move around too much. And the lady in the house had a big open hearth fireplace. She did all her cooking on it. And they needed it for heat and light also, so it was her responsibility to keep a fire in the fireplace 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year round. She didn't have to do all the work. She had some girls and women the fires and also help with
Right.
the cooking. And they cook mostly with cast iron pots and pans and skillets over here on the shelf. And the one on the bricks down there is a Dutch oven. They can use that to do all their baking in it. They cook, cobblers and cakes and
That's some,
biscuits and cornbread and pretty much everything they needed.
You're making us hungry.
Yeah, and then they had to buy their coffee and beans, so they had the coffee grinder. They put the beans down in there, grind it around a few times, and then pretty basically come out a little drawer at the bottom there. And they have it all ground up, ready to make. And this is a butter press or mold. They fill it with butter and then push it out on a plate, and they
Oh,
have design
okay.
on top of the butter when
that's
it came
cute.
out there.
yeah, yeah.
And this is a corn shuck. This was, they used these to stuff mattresses or cushions for chairs or
Wow.
pillows
unreal.
for their bed, and they had thousands of these, so they always had plenty to use. Then a couple of irons. This iron they put on the rail of the fireplace and get it good and hot. And they'd usually have 2 or 3 of these, so they could have some getting hot while one was being used. And then this one was different, though. They could take red hot coals from the fireplace and shove them down inside there and make it really hot.
Oh,
Yeah, and this one, of course, would last a lot longer than that one.
right.
But they'd have to iron pretty quick to begin with.
But you had,
Burn.
them women must have had muscles, cause I'm
Yeah.
sure that ain't light.
Yeah, that's about 5 pounds at least.
Well, I guess you would build your strength, man.
I'm sure that took them a little bit.
That's why if the men got out of line, they could.
And them women could handle it. That's right.
I'm only messing.
Yeah.
I don't think I wanted to mess with a pioneer woman.
You bet. Sure, they can tell.
This is really nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I don't even have to go.
I could do in something like this. I think if we go back to the old days, people wouldn't know how to act.
See, I can go up there and look.
There you go. Yeah, nothing up there but a bed frame and an old chair and a rug and a chamber pot. They had to have that,
Yeah.
The chamber pot was what they used for the bathroom at night, of course, and nobody wanted to go outside with the spiders, snakes, and bears.
I
We got
wouldn't
bears
either.
up here in this part of town.
When I was growing up, we had an outhouse and a pump. And in the winter, the girls had a whatever you call them,
Yeah,
to go in.
yeah, there you go.
Hey, that
And us boys, we were left on our own.
Oh, yeah. I started out in Ohio, right across the river from Huntington, in the early 50s, started school.